Hello, friends. Hope you are all well. So let's talk about happiness today. In the United States Declaration of Independence, it says life, liberty, and pursuit of happiness. The key word here is pursuit. We're always chasing happiness, but happiness is not permanent. But most things in life are not permanent. The good times don't last forever, and the bad times don't last forever. Some of you may know the concept of impermanence from Buddhism, uh, which means nothing lasts forever or things are constantly changing. Okay. Uh, hu- Humans like to hold on to happy or positive thoughts, but when we are sad or have negative experiences, negative thoughts, negative emotions, we want to push them away. Rightfully, of course, nobody wants to feel, most people don't want to feel sad. We don't want to feel sadness or anger, uh, you know, but we just want to feel the happiness, joy, right? The emotion of the enjoyment, the joy. So, according to Paul Ekman's theory of universal emotions, there are seven basic and universal emotions. Uh, these emotions include anger, contentment, disgust, enjoyment, fear, sadness, and surprise. Okay. So most people only want to feel enjoyment. Uh, of course, everybody wants to feel good. Uh, but I like to kind of think of like, to be human is to experience everything, all of the emotions, right? That's the whole thing, right? We're given these emotions, and when so we need to just kind of experience them. We don't have to like them, but we need to experience them. So think of uh, think of it this way: with so-called negative emotions alert us also to important things, right? They have some type of functions that are occurring either internally or externally, and motivate us to accordingly to keep us safe, okay, connected and fulfilled. Imagine if we only felt happy or joy, it would be impossible to anticipate danger. Okay, if we didn't have anxiety, it would be hard to find the motivation to complete tasks. Okay, without anger, we wouldn't be able to stack up for ourselves. Okay, so every emotion signals us to engage in behavior and serves a function in our life. Okay. It's okay to feel anger, contempt, disgust, fear, enjoyment, and surprise. I call this the human experience, right? And because sometimes when we don't want to have the contempt, we don't want to be angry because anger is associated with negative emotion. Just kind of say this to yourself, right? I'm having a human experience. Okay. um, so when you're feeling sad, angry, or disgust, and even fear, don't push them away, right? Just try to kind of embrace it. Just let them sit there, right? Being comfortable with discomfort. Okay. um, So today's meditation that we're gonna do is called mountain meditation. Mountains are so large; they sit there in their glory. There's actually a lot to learn from them, from the mountains. Um, so yeah, let's go ahead and do this mountain meditation. Just you can sit down. Uh, you can lay down however you feel comfortable, but most people like to do this while sitting down. Um, let's go ahead and begin. This meditation is normally done in a sitting position, either on the floor or chair, and begins by sensing into support you have from the chair or the cushion, paying attention to Like I said, you can do this laying down, however you are comfortable in this moment. The actual sensations of contact, finding a position of stability and poise upper body, balanced over your hips and shoulders in a comfortable but alert posture, hands on your lap or your knees, arms hanging by their own weight like heavy curtain, stable and relaxed. Actually sensing into your body, feeling your feet, legs, hips, lower and upper body, arms, shoulders, neck, head. And when you're ready, allowing your eyes to close and bringing awareness to the breath, the actual physical sensations, feeling each breath as it comes in and goes out, letting the breath be just as it is without trying to change or regulate it in any way, allowing it to flow easily and naturally with its own rhythm and pace, knowing you're breathing perfectly well right now. Nothing for you to do. Allowing the body to be still and sitting with sense of dignity, a sense of resolve, a sense of being complete, whole in this very moment with your posture, reflecting this sense of wholeness. As you sit here, letting an image form in your mind's eye of the most magnificent or beautiful mountain you know or have seen or can imagine. Letting it gradually come into greater focus. And even if it doesn't come as a visual image, allowing the sense of this mountain and feeling its overall shape, its lofty peak or peaks high in the sky, the large base rooted in the bedrock of Earth's crust, its steep but gently sloping sides, noticing how massive it is, how solid, how unmoving, how beautiful, whether from afar or up close. Perhaps your mountain has snow blanketing its top and trees reaching down to the base, or rugged granite sides. There may be streams and waterfalls cascading down the slopes. There may be one peak or series of peaks, all with meadows and high lakes. Observing it, noting its qualities, and when you feel ready, seeing if you can bring the mountain into your body, sitting here so that your body and the mountain in your mind's eye become one, so that you sit here. You share in the massiveness and stillness, and majesty of the mountain. You become the mountain. Grounded in the sitting posture, your head becomes a lofty peak supported by the rest of the body and affording a panoramic view. Your shoulders and arms the sides of the mountain, your buttocks and legs the solid base, rooted to your cushion or your chair. Experiencing in your body a sense of uplift from deep within your pelvis and spine. With each breath, as you continue sitting, becoming a little more a breathing mountain, alive and vital, yet unwavering in your inner stillness, completely what you are beyond words and thoughts, a centered, grounded, unmoving presence. As you sit here, becoming aware of the fact that as the sun travels across the sky, the light and shadows and colors are changing virtually moment by moment in the mountain stillness, and the surface teems with life and activity, streams, melting snow, waterfalls, plants, and wildlife. As the mountain sits, seeing and feeling how night follows day and day follows night, the bright warming sun followed by the cool night sky studded with stars, and the gradual dawning of a new day. Through it all, the mountain just sits, experiencing change in each moment constantly, cha- changing, yet always just being itself. It remains still as the seasons flow into one another, and as the weather changes moment by moment and day by day, calmness abiding all change. In summer, there is no snow on the mountain, except perhaps for the very peak or in the crags, shielded from direct sunlight. In the fall, the mountain may wear a coat of brilliant fire colors. In winter, a blanket of snow and ice. And in any season, it may find itself at times enshrouded in clouds or fog or pelted by freezing rain. People may come to see the mountain and comment on how beautiful it is, or how it's not a good day to see the mountain, that it's too cloudy or rainy or foggy or dark. None of this matters to the mountain, which remains at all times its essential self. Clouds may come, clouds may go, tourists may like it or not. The mountain's magnificence and beauty are not changed one bit by whether people see it or not, seen or unseen, in sun or clouds, broiling or frigid, day or night. It just sits, being itself, at times visited by violent storms, buffeted by snow and rain and winds of unthinkable magnitude. Through it all, the mountain sits. Spring comes, trees leaf out, flower bloom in high meadows and slopes, birds sing, and the trees once again, streams overflow with the waters of melting snow. Through it all, the mountain continues to sit, unmoved by the weather, by what happens. On its surface, by the world of appearances, remaining its essential self through the seasons, the changing weather, the activity ebbing and flowing on its surface. In the same way as we sit in meditation, we can learn to experience the mountain. We can embody the same central, unwavering stillness and groundedness in the face of everything that changes in our own lives over seconds, over hours, over years, in our lives and in our meditation practice. We experience constantly the changing nature of mind and body and of the outer world. We have our own periods of light and darkness, activity and inactivity, our moments of colors and our moments of drabness. It's true that we experience storms of varying intensity and violence in the outer world and in our own minds and bodies, buffeted by high-risk winds, by cold and rain. We endure periods of darkness and pain, as well as the moment of joy and uplift. Even our appearance changes constantly, experiencing a weather of its own. By becoming the mountain in our meditation practice, we can link up with its strength and stability and adopt them for our own. We can use its energies to support our energy, to encounter each moment with mindfulness and equanimity and clarity. It may help us to see that our thoughts and feelings, our preoccupations, our emotional storms and crises, even the things that happen to us, are very much like the weather on the mountain. We tend to take it all personally, but its strongest characteristic is impersonal. The weather of our own life is not ignored or denied, it is to be encountered, honored, felt, known for what it is, and held awareness and holding it in this way. We can come to know a deeper silence and stillness and wisdom. Mountains have this to teach us and much more if we can let it in. So if you find you resonate in some way with the strength and stability of the mountain in your sitting, it may be helpful to use it from time to time in your meditation practice to remind you of what it means to sit mindfully with resolve and with wakefulness in true stillness. So, and the time that remains. Continue to sustain the mountain meditation on your own in silence, moment by moment, until you hear the sound of the bells. Oh, thank you for doing this mountain meditation with me. Um, I hope you guys all have a great week, and we'll talk next week.